Cam got hit.
The Purge.
Oh, the First Purge, sir.
The First Purge. Black People Edition. I'm so drained of energy on this, man.
I will say this.
I am drained.
This movie. Okay, so this movie. I knew going in that this was going to be the movie that was going to kind of like, hey, let's ignore the Ethan Hawke movie because it really is whatever and stuff, and we're just going to give you this movie, which is what the very first Purge movie should have been in the first goddamn
This
place.
movie has every fear that black people do have when it comes to white people killing us off. I will say that.
I gotta ask this. So,
you know your Hotep uncle was going to say, see, that shit happened in real life, nigga. Back in 1988, the militia came into our town, killed everybody. Let's make it very clear. That happened before. Yes, that happened in history. But I hate it when black people just be making up massacres that never happened.
My thing is this. Okay, so I never question certain things. Like because we just did Live Free or Die Hard. We talked about the government in the movies and their involvement and stuff, right? And I'm looking at this movie, and they just, it's like, what nation? And granted, we're in a nation now where we voted Trump.
We
voted Trump, okay? But like on this level, where you will have a government that really, quote unquote,
Congress okayed. There should be a day.
I need a scene where we see some of the minority congressmen looking at each other like, did we really vote for this shit?
What does every black person on there
this is the no, it is. I think this is the kind of stuff that they put in tariffs that gets overlooked and nobody reads on it, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, Bill, you know you voted for that shit, right?
Yo, I really feel like this movie, this is what Fox News wants, and at the same time, they hate that the fact it was directed this way to make all the Nazis and all the Klansmen look like the bad guy.
Because let's be perfectly clear, okay?
That's what Trump people want, man.
I appreciate the Purge movie on being very realistic, because as much as they hit hard on like, white people purge.
Hold on. Easy with that word realistic, because we didn't get to the.
Okay, not really.
But you know what I mean.
I'm saying in terms of the mentality, because it's like, as much as the movie would go into the whole, white people, they just want to kill minorities. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. There's some minorities that want to kill too.
Yeah,
but it's mainly not killing so much as looting. Which, okay, yeah, you expect that to happen.
It was funny. There was a couple twists in the movie. One of them was that you had the two groups of like black people that wanted to do nothing, and black people, they were paying off people to stay home.
I thought basically,
go purge.
Let's rewind about it. So Marissa Tomei and a bunch of
white people,
the new founding fathers. This is
white people. You said it right there. The new founding fathers. How did they get into office? Yo, did every black person, I said it loud as shit, I was like, yo, did every black person just didn't vote that year or something? What the fuck?
So they go through this experiment. So Marissa Tomei is a scientist. She's basically kind of like a scientist of sorts. And she essentially is like,
No, data analyst.
Data analyst. And basically, it's a situation of, well, what happens if we just use Staten Island, which in this movie, apparently 2 blocks you're at the church and 2 blocks you're at the hood. You're at the spot, even though Staten Island is fucking huge.
Huge is bigger than that, man. Staten Island turned to four blocks, and then it turned into Mother Base.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. But basically, she was like, well, if we take Staten Island and we do this thing where people get a night to kill and stuff, then, we'll see how this works. And as predicted, like I said before, most people, even, I would say in real life, a lot of people were just doing a lot of looting and partying because, hey, we're black people. We will party we will party.
Boy, they had a block party, and I was like, and everybody clapped in the movie there because, like, yo, that is the most realest thing that black people would do. When white people are like, you're gonna do this, and it's like,
nah,
we're not. We're gonna have fun. Somebody turn on some Earth 1 and 5. Yeah. We be done after that.
Missing in that scene was electric slide.
No, the only thing missing in there was fucking. I will never forgive the movie. It was Before I Let You Go came on. All those black people having fun. Before I Let You, somebody stabbed. Yeah, but that happened.
So basically, as predicted, it doesn't go the way it goes, and essentially they decide, hey, you know what? We're going to basically manufacture a purge.
Yeah.
And they do it in the most obvious way, because here's the kicker. Obvious. Here's the kicker. So the bad guy, that's the face of the new founding father group and stuff.
Evil Sean Spicer.
You know, Marissa Tomei, I will give her character credit. She, you know, like I said, she's a data analyst and stuff. She knows, okay, you can't predict how people are going to go and how they're going to do on certain things. It's not. She wasn't necessarily like, oh, I need to see some people die. She was just like, they'll either kill or maybe they will. We'll see.
It's basically her role was.
She has a conscience a little bit.
No, her role was playing the psychiatrist who knew they were doing an evil act, but only cared about the data and crap like that. You know, that shit.
So, like, at one point when they're manufacturing it and stuff, Evil McEvil dude literally plays us hard, like, just let it go, just let it go. And I'm like, dude, you could have just not said nothing.
But the whole entire time he's like these numbers are not right. They should be looting. They should be tearing each other apart.
Looting, but they weren't killing.
No, he's like, they should be tearing each other apart. And then Marissa Tomei's like, data. And when you said that, I was like, they're gonna kill this bitch. So I do it. I like, they're gonna kill this bitch.
The movie is very much ridiculous.
My God, we got two other people. We got basically Fight for Your Rights homegirl, who's the main character. Her little brother is
not Tessa Thompson, as I called her.
Yeah, not Maya, as I called her.
The sassy old black lady. With the comedy relief.
She's the comedy relief. You had Spanish girl from New York Undercover who played the mom, who was trying to protect her daughter.
Young daughter.
Who somehow doesn't know English, but she knows all English. Whatever.
Homeboy from Insecure that was
Yeah, he plays a drug dealer. Yeah. I call him 40 Cent because that's what he looked like. He wasn't 50, he was 40. But this motherfucker.
We didn't forget that the main course here, Black Zaz.
Oh my God, this nigga! I seen him before. I don't know what movie he came out of, but I've seen him before.
I've seen him before too. Good actor.
The motherfucker, he loves his fucking role in this movie a little bit too damn much, man. He's just laughing. He's yucking it up the whole entire time. You know, trying to just saying, the dialogue in this movie is terrible. Oh yeah. By the way, it is fucking atrocious in this movie, man. Look, you might as well have all the villains go.
I remember seeing folks there talk about the dialogue in a Luke Cage show. Nah, Luke Cage is way.
Fuck you. Fuck you. This movie is terrible.
10 times
this movie's dialogue is terrible. It's funny. Now I'm saying this right now because I give it a 5 out of 10. Let me preface it by saying, let me say this though.
So I was saying 7 out of 10.
No, fuck no, ain't no goddamn 7. Let me tell you, because everything else sucks in this movie.
Can we split the ground to 6?
No, I might, but not really. Right. Only for one reason. Well, because it's a bad movie. But let me say this. It's unbelievably entertaining.
When it ramps up.
I am not telling you nothing because the movie whips its dick out and slaps you at least 3 times of like, no!
Because as soon as they start manufacturing kills, that's when the movie say, all right,
this movie
buckle up, you're in for a ride.
Man,
folks.
Me and Chris had a good old time because we was like, oh man, they're about to do it, man. They're going to turn the real folk blues, and all of a sudden our friend Julie was beside us. He was like, yo.
Big boss over here.
He's like, this nigga big boss. I'm like, yo.
Because it's literally impossible white man with a black dude.
Yo, this motherfucker turned into Wesley Snipes out of nowhere. Only thing that was missing that one time he shot those motherfuckers was dynamite.
I mean, because, like...
It is hilarious.
Like, the movie is just, like, everything that you see, like, at one point, as predicted, the neighborhood starts fighting back, and you get the freaking 3 old dudes stand their ground at their place.
By the power of old heads and 90s hip-hop.
I mean, it's like everything that you could think of.
Yo, and to make it better, I will say this: the reason why
that dude from Law and Order. That's
he's from The Practice, man. That's
The Practice.
Wood Harris's brother. That's I keep on forgetting his fucking name, but the reason that's what I'm saying. This movie, while it's entertaining, and I say entertaining as don't spend your money on it, but if you watch this movie, please watch this with friends.
Oh yeah.
Please watch this bait. Please watch this when you're drunk.
I would say this
is that type of movie. This is way more entertaining than the election year one, even though there was some wacky scenes in that.
Look, election year, when it got to that second half, when McKelty kills the little girl in the wedding dress, that's when that movie ramps up.
That movie ramps up. This movie has a different one. Now, I can appreciate the goriness and how it is a bad movie, but at the same time, it knows what it is. It knows what it is. It's been known what it is. That's why I can't get mad at The Purge in general. It's an exploitation movie when you really think about it. It's almost a white nationalist exploitation movie of how they see the world and how you see what they're doing. Like, oh man, like in the first one, it was the rich kids killing because that was obviously the most scariest thing.
Because their dad had in the house and then they had people trying to break in.
Then you had seen like all the black people suffering and all the other races suffering. In the second one.
Well, the second one, it was basically kind of piggybacking off this, where they were going after lower income
people, the poor.
And then the third one was like, oh, we have this white Hillary Clinton avatar trying to get rid of the purge, kill the bitch,
it really is like I said, a white nationalist exploitation.
But it is. But here's the thing: the founding
even though, and I agree with some people that say Nazi exploitation. You're like, how's it exploitation? They're not getting exploited.
They're really not. But here's the kicker, though: the founding, we are like.
Who voted these niggas in,
here's
man?
The thing. The founding fathers are racist as shit because they off the break assume that lower income, the hood, was going to be where all the purging was going to go down.
That's what.
And then when the data came back and it was like, the Negroes are not killing each other. What's going on here?
You mean to tell me the Spics and the niggers ain't doing nothing?
They might as well said that because that dude had the white people like disappointed look on his face.
I forgot what scene it was where the black chick was like, how did this happen? I was right beside Chris. This is America. Like, what that happens in real life. How is this a shock to you?
Like, because I really feel if the purge is a real thing in real life, I don't think any white person, even the Nazis, would ever want that to happen because we as black people probably would sit there and be like, hey, open season on white people.
Oh man, you don't want that, man. Black people ever did that, man, it would be fucking organized, unnecessarily organized. Where it's like, y'all niggas
make a resurgence. It's like, oh,
like y'all, how long was y'all niggas sitting on this forever?
You think North Carolina white people want to take over?
Oh man, I think one of the worst. I always think one of the worst things in a purge would be assuming that the Indian reservations would be quiet.
Nigga.
I got a feeling like, oh, we were waiting on this day.
Tonto is going to be scalping a motherfucker.
Yo,
man. Sorry for saying Tonto.
No. It's like this. Like, hey James, you're a part of this. My name's not James tonight. It's Running Bear. You knew this was going to happen. Here's me. Running Bear make a fucking point. You know how black people we call him by his actual name. Running Bear got a goddamn point, man. Kill these crackers. Yo, I'm surprised the word cracker didn't show up one time in this movie, man. Yo, and it was so bad.
But it's so egregious with like the white people that are egregious. Let me tell you something, folks.
And I said this to Lucas, and I get where Lucas is coming from when he says that. No, why would they fucking dress up as Nazis? Like, you give white folk one fucking inch
because there's one character
they'll do it.
Because there's one character that was part of that militia. Because again, you got to get militias in there to make kind of distance yourself from not really showing that the government has a hand into it. Has a damn blackface on.
Yeah, the militias are so. That's what kills me, man. Militias. I told you that before. I like militias. That's racism, man. That's white privilege. It is. That's complete white privilege. But
like everything about the movie, it's like I'm not knocking the fact that they went over the top with the white people being evil. No, they're evil.
You have again when you make these movies where, like I said, it's an exploitation movie. That's what I call it.
I don't know any white critic that would ever be mad at that.
That's what I'm saying. When you have a exploitation movie like this that's trying to be egregious, that's trying to be very heavy-handed for no fucking reason, but having a little bit of comedy with itself, and this movie did. Yo, you could have made it. You could do shit like that, man. Yeah, be a little bit wacky with it. Be over the top.
Oh no, I think that's why I like at it, because like you said, Michael Bay producing, it's like that's some Michael Bay wackiness right there.
And then one thing I did say to myself, like, yo, all I need is for the Klan. Oh, the Klan did it, y'all.
Yeah, because that's the thing. The other two Purge movies never emphasized the white.
Only thing I had to say is this: the Klan was a little bit too
on the nose.
No, physically fit.
They were like the Quarrymen.
They were malicious.
They were like the Quarrymen from Gargoyle season 4.
You know, man, they were like these motherfuckers had they were choreographed, man. They knew what position. Like no KKK member.
I'm laughing how
is that physically fit.
I laughed at how they nailed the KKK like hierarchy where they had the ones in the red.
Oh yeah, I didn't call that the Grand Wizard.
The Grand Wizard was part of this whole purging thing on Staten Island.
Oh, you know he will be there, man.
And then you got the Gestapo rolling up in the fucking damn projects, going floor to floor, murking people.
I was like, yo, man, the
You know what you remind me of? You remember the second Ghost Rider movie?
Yeah.
The dude that played the devil or whatever and shit. Mm-hmm. I thought that was him.
Man, I couldn't tell who half the people were in this movie, man. This movie took a lot. Like I said, like that. So that's the thing when you have a movie that's so stupid and you can laugh at it. I will say this: the bonuses come in where, well, I will say this: for the most part, it was shot decently.
Yeah.
For the most part,
I will say this: the fight scenes wasn't shaky cam.
They weren't.
I will give it that.
I give it that, and I think some of the scenes were shot well.
Yeah,
now I said some.
Decently.
I said some.
Yeah, some of them
now
were well.
That first scene where they was zoomed up into Homeboy's nose, like, yo, go ahead with that shit, bro. But for the most part, it looked good and all the rest of that, so I can't get too mad at it, man.
Yeah. But it's just,
you know what? I don't want to give it a 6 though.
I'm saying 6.
I don't want to give it
because I know exactly what it is.
Oh, I know what exactly it is too. Don't waste your fucking money. Don't. Please don't. Please don't.
It's not to say we're saying it's bad. It's just like
I already said it.
It's like Uncle Drew, where
watch
you know exactly what it is, so you're either in or out.
Yeah,
you're either in or out.
You're either in or out of this shit. So me personally, don't spend money on it. But if you do see it, please watch it with friends.
Oh yeah,
you will have a good time. It's entertaining. It's entertaining enough, but I don't know, man.
And then the cherry on top. So the movie ends.
No, don't tell them.
No. I ain't gonna tell them the song, but I will tell them this: Purge TV show.
I don't know.
I'm still
iffy on it too. Bro.
Now it takes place 10 years after this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how this is going to go. Apparently Jigsaw from fucking Saw is in the show. Apparently.
Really, Tobin Bell?
No. I was saying because the preview for it. I was making all this shit, and I'm like, was he fucking Tony Stark and Jigsaw and shit all of a sudden? But yeah, it's the movie overall. It's like, you know what it is. And I knew going in what it was going to be. It was going to be like, there was going to be some uprising. Because you can't just have people getting killed in the hood and nobody not do anything, you know.
Well, then again, Michael Jackson did say they don't care about us.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, that was it. Yeah.
The First Purge.
The First Purge. Watch it if you want to.
Yeah. You know what the deal is, people.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, peace.